When it comes to the indigent, in terms of the credit control debt relief policy of the City of Cape Town, I think it's section 40 or 44, somewhere there. It speaks specifically to who are those that are considered indigent within the City of Cape Town. And it speaks to, one, an income, a joint income, that should not exceed 7,500 per month. And then, obviously, further in the policy, it speaks to a property value, those under 500,000. Now, to add on to what Suzette has mentioned, the problem that we're sitting with the document itself, it speaks to everybody except those groups of people, the people that's actually the genuine indigent people of the City of Cape Town. It's those people that we need to assist that's not getting the assistance. If you look at the current one, if you earn within that bracket to 750,000, if you have a debt with the city, if it is, there's three different categories that you get. So the lowest category, if there's any arrangement that you need to make with the city to pay you off your debt, it should be at around about 25 Rand that you pay. The second will be around about 30, and then the third one, 40, and then the third one would be at 60. So that 60, 70 Rand is the lowest. But when we look at our residents out there, the document that was presented to us yesterday is not assisting. But I want to highlight something else in the document. Two specific clauses, 9.3 and then 13.3 was highlighted. That was the focal point. And both clause speaks about a 3 year, beyond 3 year debt that we write off. That it both says beyond 3 years, and it also speaks to a once-off write-off that you will only qualify for once off. And then we are asked that this must be, we shouldn't be considering those two, so we might need to deviate from those two, which means that the once off should also be deviated from. But you find in this document that the recommendations at the end only speaks to debt older than 1 year. But it doesn't speak to who incurred that debt. And that's our bigger problem. If you go to Mitchell's Plain specifically, and I think it's I just don't have the name of the place.
The one is New Woodlands, and the other one was Cape Town Housing, I think.
Yeah, but both is in Mitchell's Plain. So you have, and both was provincial government that built these houses. And so you have the building company who actually used the City of Cape Town water to build those homes. When the people moved into those homes, and we've got evidence of this, they receive accounts of 10,000, 20,000, that was their water accounts. But they've not incurred because they didn't use that water. And so as the city, we're writing that off, once off, which means that person that's moving in who have not incurred the debt is now having a once-off write-off for something that he himself didn't use or herself didn't use. And these are the things that's nowhere in this document, to deal with those type of things, to help the actual people who needs the help. So I don't have an issue with assisting an organization that's assisting the community. We don't have issues like that. But we do have an issue when the challenge that we're sitting with is, if those people could not pay now, and the agreement is not at the 50, 60 rands, and it's actually 200 to 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 a month to 5,000 a month, and within that 6-month period, they can't pay everything, every single thing that was owing to the city, including VAT, including the interest that was made, is loaded back onto that person's account. And in this stage, that person will not be able to get that written off again. They need to go through some sort of an arrangement, of which means that we are pushing our people backwards. But